What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. Well, it's certainly been a minute here on the channel. Took a little bit of a break for the Christmas holidays. Hope you guys are enjoying your holidays as well. The new year is just around the corner, and we have updates starting to roll out for the 2025 season, which I think is going to be an unbelievable season in bodybuilding. Starting things off here with a physique update from Hunter Labrada. Hunter says here, really happy with where I'm sitting right now, coming up on 12 weeks of being on true TRT with zero GH, peptides, or any other funny business. Going to continue this for at least another 5 weeks, and at the end of that period, I'll assess. So Hunter, I'm assuming, still working with Ben Chow, and you know, the size that Hunter did put on over the last year or two here has obviously stuck. If he's doing this little amount of PEDs and he's still looking this big, this full, I mean, I don't think this guy gets enough credit for his clavicle width. I mean, look at the width across the shoulders here, you guys. The arms still looking huge. The quads still have really, really good sweep. And actually really good definition here too. This is an excellent off-season shape, I think, for Hunter Labrada. Regarding his nutrition, Hunter goes on to say here, as far as nutrition goes, I've been eating 5 meals a day, with one of them being a healthy, free-ish meal. Weight is hovering between 278 and 281 fasted. So I think that's probably another factor for Hunter Labrada as to why he is looking as good as he is right now. Hunter, you guys probably remember a couple of years ago, could barely eat any solid foods. He was doing like 4 or 5 shakes a day. I mean, he ended up working with Ben Chow. They completely fixed all of that. It completely turned around Hunter's physique. Now, after taking 6th place at the 2024 Olympia, we can check that out right now, actually. Not necessarily, I think, Hunter's best look that he's brought to the stage here. You know, he looked like he was just a little bit watery, I feel, at this show. Good conditioning, I will say that. Decent amount of fullness, but I don't think that this was necessarily his best that he's brought to the stage. Very, very good for Hunter Labrada, but we have seen him just a little bit sharper. In particular, I think Hunter's best look is still the Tampa Pro 2023. Now, he did go on to take 2nd place to Andrew Jack in 2023 at the Texas Pro shortly after this show. But man, this was the best Hunter Labrada that we've ever seen. You can see he has the separation, he has the dryness, he has the fullness. I mean, you guys, if Hunter can replicate this, we could see a very dangerous version of Hunter Labrada in 2024. And I think he's definitely capable of doing that. I don't really think it's a matter of muscle mass for Hunter at this point. You know, this guy has all the muscle that he needs. He's had it really for the last probably year or two when it comes right down to it. Where can Hunter actually improve so that he can look at continuing to push his physique to the next level here? I really think it comes down to, 1, conditioning. You know, try to bring that conditioning when it comes to the definition in the quads that we saw in 2023, especially hamstrings as well, and continue to dial in that midsection. Hunter did spend a significant amount of time working on his vacuums, and I think, considering his midsection not being the best in bodybuilding, he actually did pretty well with it. You know, I've always said that about Hunter since he started working on his midsection here. So he can continue to work on that. Now, can Hunter actually improve on his 6th place finish from the 2024 Olympia? I think it's going to be very tough with the current lineup of bodybuilders that we're seeing here. And we're going to see, I think, more guys qualify for the Olympia that are top quality competitors. Do I think that he'll fall out of that top 6? I don't know. I think he's going to be right in around that mix. But you know what? You guys let me know what you think about this physique update from Hunter Labrada. Let me know what you think his chances are going into the 2024 season. And let me know where you might see him compete this year. We know that we saw him do one overseas show last year, which he has never done before. Is Hunter going to stick around the US this time and maybe try to make life a little bit easier? Go back and do the Texas. Go back and do the Tampa. You guys let me know what you think. Now, one of the guys to definitely watch out for in 2024 is Brett the Butcher Wilkin. Qualified for the Olympia very, very early here. He will be on stage in 2025 after winning the Legion Sports Fest. And we do have an announcement from Brett when it comes to his next coach. It may be a surprise to some, but probably not a lot, but I am working with Stefan. So, of course, Stefan Kinzel being boss of Outlaw. And Brett's right. There's really no surprise here, you guys. I was fully expecting this to happen. You know, Brett traveled with Martin over to the Prague Pro. He actually spent time with Stefan Kinzel at that time. He saw his process because one of the things that Brett actually goes on to talk about in his YouTube video here, I'll leave the entire video in the description for you guys, was the fact that Boss of Outlaw just has so many clients at this point. And I think a lot of people have been concerned about that, since the fact of the matter is this guy could have upwards of 8 or 10 Olympians on stage this year. You know, that's a lot for just one coach. But Brett said that he had those concerns really eliminated when they went to Prague. Brett actually spent time with Stefan. He saw his process when it comes to having multiple competitors. So it seems like Brett just doesn't have that concern. Apparently, he does think that no matter how many clients Stefan has, he is still the right person to bring him in to the Olympia. Now, as for the road between now and the Olympia for Brett Wilkin, this is actually an update here from earlier in December. The thing that Brett really needs to do between now and the Olympia, and this is actually his plan, he goes on to say it in his video as well, is to put on more size. He has about 5 or 6 months here that he's going to spend just trying to put on more overall size, which is exactly what Brett needs right now. You can see here from the latest competition that Brett did, winning that Legion Sports Fest. You know, it's just really more overall size. This guy has excellent conditioning. He has excellent proportions. If he was able to put on more size, especially through the arms, through that quad sweep, while keeping that midsection in check, this guy could be very dangerous. And you know, Martin actually said in that YouTube video that he feels that Brett could be right up there with Martin in the top 5 at the Olympia. Now, the goal for Brett this year is actually to place within the top 10 at his first Olympia. Is he going to be able to actually achieve that is the question. And I'm really not sure. That's going to be a very, very tough top 10 to crack this year. I mean, you're going to see guys that have cracked that top 10 come back for the 2025 Olympia. Charles Griffin is planning on being there. Now, he still has to qualify, of course, but that's true of everybody at this point. You're still talking Tonio Burton. You're talking Michael Krizo. You know, these guys have been there in that top 10. So I think it is going to be very, very difficult for Brett to do that. But Brett Wilkin is no stranger to the hard and heavy training. That's what him and Martin do. They do high intensity, high weight, and you know, I think that's going to continue to put on the size for Brett Wilkin here. So this is a guy that we have been waiting to see really show up. He has been qualified for the Olympia before, but you know, had to drop out due to health reasons. Hopefully we won't see that happen this year. I doubt we'll see that happen this year. And I think it'll be a very interesting year to see just how much size Brett Wilkin can put on here. And I do think that the expectations are going to be high, considering the fact that he has the entire year to make improvements with no other competitions that he needs to do between now and the 2025 Olympia. So you guys let me know what you think about the new coach for Brett Wilkin here. Is Stefan Kinzel maybe taking on a little bit too much? I know that really the conversation has been the fact that this guy can probably do, you know, as many clients as he wants to, but will there come a point when Stefan has to say, that's it? Maybe he's at that point now. And let me know if you think that Brett Wilkin will achieve his goal of cracking that top 10 at his very first Mr. Olympia. Now, as we are looking forward to the 2025 season, this is a competitor that you will see on stage at the New York Pro. Colossus Ken, the 2023 North American winner. And you guys, currently sitting at 280 pounds. I think this guy has the potential to come in and be an absolute wrecking ball in the IFBB. I mean, he's got the size. Actually, that's what he did between now and the 2023 North Americans, is he took the time off to put on the necessary size to really come in and do his best in his first year here. And I think that he definitely achieved his goal. of putting on enough size to really be competitive in the top league in the entire world for bodybuilding here. Look at the width across the back, you know, the quad sweep from the front. Really good side chest here. I think that the chest is big, thick, full, good amount of arm size and proportion when it comes to the shoulders. And like I said, you guys, that quad sweep and the width across the shoulder. Like I said, this is really someone that could do very, very well in their rookie season. And just to give you guys an idea of how much size he's actually put on, this was his 2023 North American competition. Now, I was actually speaking with Ken, and he expects to be about 20 pounds heavier on stage than what we saw here. But from what we did see here, I mean, look at the conditioning factor. You know, this is a guy that's definitely going to bring that conditioning. Good proportions, really good proportions here. And with that added size, I don't think that he really affected his midsection. So this is a guy to definitely watch out for in 2025. One of many to watch out for in 2025. You guys, this is going to be a very, very exciting bodybuilding season. I cannot wait to get it started. We actually just filmed a new episode of the Bodybuilding Breakdown with Lee Priest, Xavier Wills, and Mark's Max Muscle. Many more podcasts to come, many more news updates to come, you guys. The season is just about to start rolling out here. Hope you guys enjoyed your holidays again. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate everybody being here. Let's get this season started off right, and stay tuned for more updates. So I'm going to wrap up the video right here. Thank you guys for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.